Sensei Gray's here, and I'm gonna teach you how to survive the Orange Desert. If you'd like general starting zone tips, I suggest you take a look at my Mulgore guide so I don't have to repeat myself. I like to call this first tip, the front load. The idea is to invest 20 to 30 minutes of walking just to further infuriate yourself when you die at level 8 to Fizzle Darkstorm and have to do it all over again. But in all honesty, this strat can get your fresh hardcore character set up for success. Taking the hidden path and jumping down and checking on these nearby weapon crate spawns can guarantee you 6 to 15 silver. I found this weapon crate stranded by itself, but the most desirable spawn is the one under the waterfall. You'll proceed to picking up the flight paths in Ratchet, Crossroads, Camp Tarajo, and lastly trekking into Mulgore and getting the Thunderbluff flight path. To the novice, this may seem unnecessary, but for all you warriors and shamans out there, you're going to want the Thunderbluff flight path so you can turn in your Cauldron Stir quest as soon as you get to the Crossroads. After 25 minutes of running, I've scored 2 weapons which collectively vendor for 17 silver. I ran over to Sinjin Village and went ahead and bought a Great Axe and 2 6-slot bags and still had some coin left over. Half an hour later, I'm almost level 2, have a juiced weapon for level 3, and plenty of inventory space to make gold while I level in the starting zone. One of the first few quests you'll want to complete is a Solvent Spirit. You'll need to collect Makura Eyes and Crawler Mucus, and you'll be rewarded with 10 really sticky glues, which are invaluable in your journey to level 60. In Classic, this item works on level 60 mobs as effectively as it does on level 5 mobs. It can be resisted, but you've essentially got yourself 10 get out of jail free cards, which you'll want to use wisely. Lastly, I want to show you a heat map of Durotar. The 2 most common places people die are against Fizzle Darkstorm and inside of Skull Rock to the north. Fizzle's needed for the quest Darkstorm, and he's a warlock that patrols around this camp with a pet imp. You'll want to pick apart this camp and pull him solo, and try and back him out of the camp if you can. Note that these mountains are not line of sight, and you might need to use Miniature Skull to take down Fizzle. Although, I would hold off on using valuable one-use items like Miniature Skull offensively, and try and save it for when you're questing inside of Skull Rock and accidentally pull 2 mobs or get respawns on top of you. A good rule of thumb is if you find yourself with 2 spellcasters on you, you're already dead. Although you can completely nullify spellcasters by line of sighting their shadow bolts. If you'd like more useful Durotar tips, I suggest you consider buying my Hardcore Survival Guide, where I cover things like the most profitable mob to farm in the zone, valuable quest rewards, and quirky tidbits of information like random weapon crates to further benefit you on your hardcore journey. Hopefully, we've inspired you to look at the game a bit differently, and I encourage you to check out my other survival videos. And remember, you learn from your mistakes. And you're gonna learn a lot today. Peace.